It appeared that her blood pressure probably lowered due to dehydration and perhaps a fever. She had had a cough since early last week, which was then diagnosed as pneumonia on Friday, obviously walking pneumonia, outpatient pneumonia, and had been started on antibiotics and continued to roar through all of her activities. And I think yesterday's event, being out in the sun and being out in the heat, certainly did not serve her well.
Every time I think about Trump, I get allergic.
Hillary Clinton does not have the strength or the stamina to become president. I'm telling you that. It's true. Do you ever notice she goes to a meeting and then you don't see her for 5 days, and then she goes to another and everything's set up? They interview the people before they ask the questions. We aren't doing that. But she doesn't have the strength or the stamina to be president. She doesn't have the strength or the stamina to negotiate with the Chinese great trade deals. It won't happen. She doesn't have the strength or the stamina to deal with Mexico.
Pneumonia that sends people to a hospital is more serious. Walking pneumonia is kind of like a deep chest cold. It's more than tracheitis, it's more than in your breathing tube, it's a little bit in the lung tissue. And so it requires more rest, hydration, and sometimes cough suppressants. There are vaccines that prevent certain bacterial pneumonias that she probably has already received. And since this is most likely a viral pneumonia, there's no special precautions that she would need to take. If you shook 1,000 hands a day and kissed 1,000 cheeks, you'd be getting a lot of infections too. Having walking pneumonia is enough of a reason to tell somebody to take a rest. My preference would be for a patient like this to have them lie on the couch and fall asleep while watching an old movie, but that's not what most people do. This is an episode. Most of these episodes are self-limited, just like a cold is self-limited, and I would think in a week or 10 days she'll be feeling the kind of energy that she's been showing throughout the campaign so far. If she hadn't lost some blood pressure and hadn't felt faint at the event, we might never have known that she had pneumonia. After all, from Friday to Sunday, we didn't know that she had pneumonia, and yet she kept on. Yes, she had a cough, but that doesn't necessarily bother people.